Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 181. Thank you so much if you're a returning friend stopping back by to check us out and see what's going on this week. And if you're a new friend to this channel or more recent friend, thank you for choosing to spend some of your time with us while we talk about cross stitch. There are other things on this channel a little bit. I try to keep that personal and my exciting other news at the end, which is non-cross stitch related, but nonetheless, we're here for cross stitch. First of all, I want to thank everyone for their comments last week. They were very encouraging, that people do like the content of my channel. I had one suggestion to maybe show some of my past stitching that's just hanging around my house, and that is a fabulous idea, and thank you for that. It's funny that like the cross stitching that's around my house is just like decor, and I see it and appreciate it, but I don't think about like resharing it, and I have some goodies around here, and so yeah, I'm gonna get that in. That's a great idea. Not this week. This week we have a full episode because this last weekend was kind of busy. I did my Saturday sit and stitch at my local LNS Stitch N Frame in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This week we were just the OGs, the original couple girls that we had started doing this with, and one other new friend that I acquired. Acquired's the wrong word. I met through quilting, and my good friend Twyla decided she was going to jump on in and come and revisit the cross stitching world. So she came and hung out with us, and it was wonderful to see Twyla. I see her again this week, but that's later in the episode about my plans for this next week. So anyway, it was a great busy weekend for that. And then Kelly from Running with Scissors had thrown a suggestion out to do a finishing weekend, so I focused on finishing Sunday. I kind of got stuff prepped, but Saturday got away from me, and so Sunday is when I did some finishing, and I'm super excited to share that stuff with you. But first, let's get into some of the stuff that I normally need to talk about at the beginning of the video, or I choose to talk about, and that is my Happy Mail in the links below. In the description box below, there are a few links, but one of them is the Happy Mail link. So if you would like to be added to my mailing list to randomly possibly receive a Happy Mail that I send out once a month, please fill out that form. It does make it a little easier for the winners that I get on here, but that is not required over here in order to be a winner on my channel. So one of the things about my episodes that you like a lot is my featured friend. So my featured friend this week is my friend Christine. I'm going to pop her picture in here. This is a chart that is a heaven and earth design. It's called A Gate of New Hope. Christine is very much a full coverage stitcher, and it's her jam. She loves it. I love seeing the progress of hers, and thank you very much, Christine, for sharing that. And again, if you would like to be featured on this featured friend segment, please send an email to janetjabber@gmail.com, and I will get you added into the queue. I look forward to sharing that, and other people love to see other works because it's different. Like, I don't do full coverage on here. I tried it. It just didn't work for me. I'm not saying it's a no-go forever, but for right now, we'll find. If I find something I love, we'll jump in. But other than that, the next thing I want to talk to you about is our giveaway winners for this last week. The winner for the first little set that I have here is Anna. I'm going to spell your name right here because I know I will not say it correct. So Anne is number 1, and Sandra Sowers is number 2. Again, both of your names have been put underneath the here on the screen so that you know to contact me. I'm not sure if I have your addresses, but please reach out to me at janetjabber@gmail.com to verify addresses, and I'll check the list, but I'll wait a couple days and see if I get an email from you too. So thank you very much for participating in that, and we will have another one probably. I'm pretty much doing that like twice a month, so we'll see how that works for me. This seems to have worked out so far in 2023 of just doing them every other week. It keeps me on top of what it is going out and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you. Please reach out to me, and I'll get those mailed out to you. Now, so excited. This pile is clear up to here over here, and then I have another ones here. So I have so much goodness to show you. I'm going to start out with my FFOs, my fully finished objects that I did this last weekend. I have I'm going to be looking down while I grab them because I have a feeling that at some point this is going to all fall. But right now it's organized chaos. But so this first one I had shown you like as a finish a while ago, but I never like fully finished it. I just like did the lacing and stuck it on the shelf and never added the magnet and washer. So yeah, so I did that. So what I have is the board here. I added the magnet there. So this just leans in like a tiered tray. And this is what I mean. See, I had it all laced and all ready, but this is actually not a washer. This is a little skinny piece of sheet metal that I cut up for these instead of washers. So now it goes magnets on, and this is my winter. This is one of the Lindy Stitches, and I just dropped one of them. I have all 4 of them. I'm going back to get it for you because I do have all 4 of them. All 4 of the seasons, they all have their metal on them now, and it's ready for display. I'm gonna put this out for like 1 week because we have 1 week before winter's over. Yeah, I mean, I have to lean over and put my finished stuff over there, so you're gonna get a few close-ups of me this week. My next one, I had this foam board and stuff all pre-cut out because I know exactly how many in this series that I have, so it's ready just to smack the stuff together, but I didn't do it. I left it sitting around for 2 weeks. I also, in my defense, had to wait for these 2 buttons to come in because it was part of the chart and I didn't see it. So this one I had finished right around, I don't know, a couple weeks ago it feels like. So I got these buttons from just another button company of cookies. They're a little too big for this, but it is what it is. I don't care. I covered up a tiny bit of stitching, as you can see. It is what it is. So this is just mounted on a foam board, and this is actually mounted on comic board with a piece of batting on it. And this is a leaner in a display. I may at some point put felt on the back of here to like finish it off because it is a leaner, but for right now, I'm calling that good. This next one is a finish that you saw me finish stitching just a short, last month maybe. But anyway, I put a longer piece of metal on this. This is mounted on 2 pieces of comic board so that it's a little thicker and a piece of batting on it. And the display thing I got from Michael's, and it will just mount right on here. 2 magnets. Oh, I should show you that. 2 magnets on this one. Mounting it on here. And it's so cute. It's going to be a shelf setter. So this is done for winter. Again, 1 more week. But I have the next one in this series that you'll see coming up next month. So those are my sitters. And then I have 2 pillows that I finished. First one, this was a stitch along that I did with Candy, the 614 Stitcher, for the bikinis. Yes, there's my pirate bikini. And I had a scrap piece of old world fabric. I stitched this up. I'm actually thinking about, instead of putting the big old piece of felt there, I'm actually thinking about doing like long, like herringbone stitches. I don't know, because it just looks like, but there's that. I have some foam or some poly and some walnuts in there, so it'll actually sit like that. Very cute. You may see it behind my shoulder soon. And my last one, I just recently finished this with you. Super happy about this one. I went on, found 2 tutorials. I believe it was Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch tutorial that I finally did the take for the rickrack. I wanted to sew the rickrack into the fabric. I knew Kathy Haberman. I've seen her do this one, but her tutorials sometimes are harder to find. So I just Googled it and found Elizabeth Ann was one of them that popped up. So as you can see, I sewed it in. I have one other little thing. I want to like see if I can get this a little more compact. I finished seaming it up, but I got a trick from a finisher that if I put on this side, put a hot iron on it and put a couple pops of steam, if this is polyfill, it'll like melt it a little bit. So I've still got to try that. Regardless, I love it and it's a finish. Yay, that'll be some spring decorations. So mostly winter finish, but spring decorations. A couple more that I kind of got started but did not get finished, and I wanted to share them with you because I found this when I went to the Stitch N Frame this last weekend. This is just pushed in there. This is not finished, but look at this frame that is a perfect size, perfect color, everything for this. So when I was there, they cut me my piece of foam board, and now I need to pin this on here so that then I can finish sticking it in there. So that will be getting done. Look, I had it made it nice for you guys, and then I took it out to show you what was going on. And now it won't go back in right. Anywho, it's not in, it's not lined up. I have to line it up, and I have to stick it in and do the thing. So there is that. I'm running out of space, so there I'm going that way. Last but not least, you guys were here with me last year. You know, I did the Well Hello There series every month last year. So my idea is to stick it on this board. It got so late last night, and I'll tell you why. I'm sleep deprived. But I need to get a couple magnets on here, washers on the back. But what I did yesterday, I started doing, I had finished, if you've seen this before, this is again on a comic board. I should have doubled it up. This is where I learned my lesson and why I double up the other ones. But regardless, it's no big deal. So this is just a comic board, a layer of batting, and then I put this on. And I had basically hot glued it around the edges. But I learned this trick from, I told you on here before, and now I can't remember. It was when I went to the Christmas ball, the Jingle Bell ball, Christmas Jingle Ball. But it was like basically finished closing up. I don't know. Can you see? I stitched in. So I have all of these months. So 12 times 4, I have 48 corners to do, and that's too much in one setting. But I did like 3 of them last night, so I'll just pace myself. So the idea, this is something from Marshall's that I found a long time ago. Magnet washer technique here. I'm probably going to replace this eventually. It'll still be a neutral one that just stays up, but this will be the deal for the future. Again, that is my FFOs for the week. I am super excited about that. That was a lot to get done. Now, my big reveal for you. I hope you're sitting down, and I hope all the things, but I am so proud of myself. I finished Winter Queen. So Winter Queen is done, and here she is in all her beautifulness. I'm gonna first bring her in. So see that crown? Oh, she is so gorgeous. This does not do it justice for me to show you this way. She's so gorgeous in person. I ironed her, and I took her to my store this weekend for my friends to be able to see it. I am going to, what I have decided, let's just look at her for a minute. What I have decided to do for my queens, I'm going to take all 4 of my queens into the store, and we're going to pick out a molding that'll look beautiful with all of them. And then as I finish them, I will get them framed so that I'm not weighted down with framing 4 of them all at one time, because they would sit. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to spend the money to have her framed, and then she won't go up until the end of this year. But she will have her place of honor. It will be gorgeous. So my next finish that I have is it's a tiny finish compared to that, but it is a finish this week, so I'm going to still share it with you. It is my last berry from the Winter Berries from Erica Michaels, and it is this little guy, Warm Woolly Winter. And as we all think that we're escaping winter, it appears to continue to try to make a resurgence, and it's snowing a couple different times this last few days, so it is what it is. But in order to push out winter, and I am feeling the spring, I'm ready for spring. So many people say that. My friend Stacy asked me, what are you going to do now that Winter Queen is done? I was like, well, I think I'm just going to take a pause. And when first day of spring comes, I'll pull out Spring Queen. Stacy, I didn't wait. I just can't imagine. I think I'm going to go into mourning when my queens are done, because then what am I going to do in the morning? We'll figure it out when it happens. I'm sure I'll move on to something. In my head, I already know what the next series is. But here's my Spring Queen making her debut just a little bit early. She is stitched on 28 count white tee by Color and Cotton. And I did stitch a little on her since I finished, but I'm going to show you where I'm at on my Spring Queen. Those colors are gorgeous, and they're so ready for spring. So to show you what I did, I got my little board here. Just to show you what I have done. Since I got her back out, this little bit here, basically. The yellow that fades in because it has to be outlined, and then this little bit here, and as you can see, I've outlined. So yeah, she has she's like 10,000 stitches. So I feel like that was a rough estimate, but I was like roughly trying to count on the chart what's left. But anyway, so she is out and we will, I don't know, I just still like stitching on my queen in the morning is basically what it comes down to. Okay, what did I stitch on this week? I have a lot to still show you. So one of my goals for WIPGO was Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. This is stitched on a Bestitch Me no name fabric, and this is where I'm at. Basically, I just worked in border. When I came at you, I put like 500 stitches in. When I came at you last, this was done, so I finished down here, and then it changes colors to this, so I went over here and started. I feel like I have one more of these motifs here, and then it comes down. So if you've been here for a while, you know, sometimes I like working on the borders and then sometimes I don't. Right now, I'm in the border mode with this. So even though it's like boring, it's still, I just like that I'm like working on the border. This last week was a Harry Potter stitch. I was not able to get on with the group, but I still, in honor of that day, I did my Harry Potter stitching. I am so excited where I am on this piece also. I am down to just needing to do back stitching in the motifs and the 1/1 word stitching at the bottom. So this is where it is for year 2. Let me get you the details in just a minute. So there it is. I have back stitching, and right underneath this border, there are words. What I have here is year 2 from Frogwarts. The Black Needle Society is the designer, and the words across the bottom: help will always be given at Hogwarts to those who ask for it. That's going to be a long stitch across the bottom to get that done, but it's coming. It'll get here. Again, I'd like to have that done before year 4 starts in July, and I should be able to. I don't see any problems. So another goal of mine for, I think this was a goal. I think this was I can't remember if this was a goal for this year's WIPGO or I just couldn't put it away. Sorry. What I'm talking to you about is Lindy Stitch's Beautiful Things. That is what it'll look like when it's done. And this is where I'm at on it. So what I stitched this week was all the brown here in the border. So what has to be done is in between those X's, like on this side and this side. Yeah. On each side of the X, not the top and bottom, but each side of the X, there's coloring, and it like changes with every single one. So that still has to be done. So there's approximately like 500 stitches still there that needs to be done. So I'm not sure that this is going to get worked on this week, but it is definitely not going away for hiding. We will definitely be seeing it still. When I was with you last, if you recall, I told you I was still very much feeling my Nora Corbett June bug that I had just started. This was on Water Lily, 32 count. This is my Nora Corbett. I didn't want to put her away, so I did give her a couple hours one day this week, and this is where I got on her. And again, I'm still filling her, so we may still see her again next week for a couple hours of stitching. We'll see. It's funny how I don't stitch on them for days and days at a time, but when I still give them a couple hours when I'm feeling it. My next one, and this is not the last. I still have a few more. I stitched a lot this week. This is my Bluebirds of Happiness by JBW. Again, this does not do it any justice. The cover does not, but this is where it is at. So I did this motif and these words, and I'm loving how it's coming out. Yeah. Again, I'm on a focus to try to get this done by the beginning of the summer. So I'm just plugging away at that a little bit at a time, a couple hours once a week, and I think I'm going to see the progress that makes me super happy. So, all right, the next one are the pieces that, this piece is a Erica Michaels, Stitch All the Things. I stitch on this 1 strand a day approximately, and this is where I'm at on it. You'll probably see this. I don't know if I'll get it finished this week. I probably won't. I don't know. We'll see. I don't like putting that pressure on myself. If I get it finished this week, if not, but I'm probably maybe a week and a half of a stitch a day. I mean, a thread a day. We'll see. But so I still have words across here and words here, and then it'll be finished. But we'll see what my week holds. I'm going into a busy week. This is a new start since you saw my Mill Hill get finished last week. And this one is I Love. And I got it started with the white. So not much exciting to see. Sometimes when I first start these, they're boring like that. And I have to separate them. So it takes a hot minute. It is what it is. My next one, I told you last time it would be finished this week, but it's not a finish because there's still more. I'm only on day 21 of the Halloween calendar from Tiny Modernist, but I did get block 21 done. So there's little witch riding on a broom. And this week I'll move on to the chandelier for number 22. Then last thing of stitching to share with you is my hands-on design. Cranberry Christmas. I'm doing the big pillow, and I'm super happy that the top portion of the pillow is done. I am doing this on like a 32 count raw casual, and I believe that's what it is, or Belfast. I don't know. It's 32 count, but anyway, and I'm doing the sulky threads that were suggested for this. So I love the colors. I love how it's turning out. Back stitching and all is done in that top section. So that is my stitching for this week. And yes, I know that my needle was on fire and I got a lot of stitching done. It was just a great week of stitching. This week was just amazing. Things were hitting right. It was just, energy was flowing correctly and I was making things happen. So your blessings of comments this week as they came in probably helped me. It was just like, everyone likes what I'm doing. The links of my videos are fine. I know this one's going to be a tiny bit longer, but it's not going to be too bad. So what else do I have here for you? I'm checking my notes. I still have other stuff to show you, so don't go anywhere. But so my plans for this week, I need to get my section for the month of March started, if not finished, for and for screw. So I have the March section. That's the chart that, if you recall, I broke down the big thing that I had left. I broke it down into 12 sections so that I get a section done, and it'll be done by the end of the year. I'd like to get that. Stars Hollow, I still have about 1,200 stitches to work on my Summer in Stars Hollow, which is a chart from the Black Needle Society before that event happens in April. So I probably am going to give a good few hours or one night of stitching to that this week. It will not be finished because that is one I am holding back because it's an Ada project and I want to take that to my retreat that is at the end of this month. So that is that. I have one piece of haul I want to show you, and then I'm going into such goodness. This is a bag that I got from StitchNButton. I saw it on her group page and I was like, yes, please. This is the bag, what am I trying to tell you? The inside of the bag, perfect little color. It's these little sloths on the back. I love it. Thank you very much, Vicki. Vicki's thing is in the description box below. Look, and it's a little sloth guy. Yes. So now that I've shown it, I can put a project in there. Yes, so that is exciting. I think I have one more that I've asked her to do, or maybe look for, or do. I'm not really sure. I think I do. I did reach out to Lynn, Lynn X Stitch. She makes bags. Hers are bigger, and some of my like long-term projects that are like series that have multiple ones. I love using Lynn's bag for those, or any of the ones that are huge. So those are two of my like favorite bag makers, Lynn and Vicki. So and Sheba Designs when I can get any from her. It's Canadian, so it's not that bad of a postage, but those are the three people that I like getting my bags from for right now. Anyway, I can always open my horizons and find other ones, but right now those are my ones. Okay, the next stuff is, so that's like the end of stitching, and I'm going to move on to, I'm going to move on to my personal, and I'm so excited to show these to you. So first, these are two quilts before I talk to you about Ozzy, and I am so excited to talk to you about Ozzy. Okay, first of all, I had two quilts that were just down to the quilting and binding stage. So the first one that I had, I don't know if I had it quilted. Maybe it was quilted and I just needed to bind, but this is my Christmas one. And if you can notice, this is a steampunk pattern designed. So it fully is binded, and I'm really not good at showing this picture, so I will snap a picture in here so you can get a peek at what the backing looks like. It's so cool. It's just a recipe, but this is a design from the 3 Yards Quilts that is Fabric Cafe company. This is the quilts that I take classes on in order to develop my skills and get better. But the first quilt that sent me down this, and I'm glad I paused, and just so it's quilt number 1 that I actually sewed the pieces together, but it's quilt number 3 that I got binded, and I'm so happy. This is Ozzy's quilt, and I'm happy that I waited for it. Number 3, this is the first one that has like perfect binding, and I'm so proud of myself for it. So this is my little grandbaby's quilt. This is the coloring of it. This is the back coloring of it. Again, I have a picture where I lay it out, so I'll pop it up here. I saw her this weekend, and I was like, mind you, she's 3 months old. You can't have your quilt until I show it to my people. I'm so proud of it. So I have a quilt class this week. Again, my friend Twyla's in it. My sister's in it also, where I'm going to start another one. So it's not something that takes over my life. I do one quilt at a time versus my stitching, where, as you see, I do lots. So the lighting is changing, and it's starting to get cloudy out, but I do not want to leave you just yet without talking about my good girl, Ozzy. I'm going to pop a couple pictures in here. Ozzy is 3 months old this week, and I want to read to you what was posted in regards to her 3 months. So this is like in the words of Ozzy-ish, my daughter. So, this is the words of my daughter. So she's 3 months old. My daughter says, I have loved watching your brain and body grow and develop this month. You are getting so big and strong, and you are so incredibly smart already. I can't wait for you to continue to develop and see your personality come out more each day. You are so beautiful, sweet baby girl. We love you so much. So things about Ozzy is that she loves to sleep, but she's so good at her naps and sleeping through the night. I'm so happy for these kids. They're blessed, because sometimes you get those sleepers and sometimes you don't. She blows raspberry. Grandma blows raspberries on her belly when I change her diaper, but little Ozzy has learned how to blow raspberries. She babbles all the time. I wish I had footage to share, but she literally, it's like she's talking to you. I'll talk to her and she'll like coo, and it is so beautiful. She loves to eat her little hands, so I'm sure who knows how close you are. I mean, she's 3 months, but she's like drooling a lot and stuff, so who knows when those teeth are coming. She discovered the TV. It is the cutest thing, to where it's the movement. I know what it is, but like she'll fall asleep or her dad will fall asleep while he's with her cuddling, and then she's watching TV. There's a couple super cute pictures like that. She still tries to stand all the time. She'll lock her little legs up, and she'll try to stand. She has the big, beautifulest smile, but she makes you work for that smile. It was so cute when I was helping my daughter take pictures for her 3 months. She did not want to smile. That's why that picture looks like that. She makes you work and / earn your smiles from her. She's just a bundle of goodness. I love spending my time with her, and to see her change. It's just a whole different experience when you're the grandma versus the mom. But again, I'm super proud of Lizzie and Colton. They're doing such a great job with her. And Ozzy is a blessed child in regards to, she's just full of goodness and happiness. So, all right. I hope I was able to share a few pictures of her. I know I have rambled here, and it is all good. But I love sharing her, and you all seem to love hearing about my granddaughter and the goodness that goes on in life. So I'm going to get off here so you can move on to your next video. So, and Gabby is like approaching, and she's going to rock our world. So no Gabby. So I'm going to get out of here and let you move on. So keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.
How much beautiful you are. Yeah, you are. You're just the cutest. You're the most beautifulest girl in the world. Can you tell Mama how beautiful you are? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are so beautiful. Yeah. Yes, you are. Because you're just like Mama, that's why. Yeah. Yes, you are. I love you so much. Yeah, do you love me too?